Hello everyone, welcome to Testbook Super Coaching for Regulatory Bodies. IRDAI, Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India, is one of the very important authority, a regulatory body for the insurance sector, and they conduct various exams, and one of the most important exam is Assistant Manager exam. This is a topmost level entry point in this regulatory body named as IRDAI. A very important post, very important joining upward, I will say the officer level joining scenario. And the exams are really very easy, not that difficult, but of course they are focusing on insurance sector and many students are not having a good knowledge about that sector. So this exam pattern of this particular IRDI, we are going to discuss about that exam pattern, and we will mostly focus on the phase 1 part, the phase 1 and the syllabus for the phase 1. That will be our major focus for this particular video. Before going to start this, if you are yet to subscribe our channel, please एक बार channel को subscribe जरूर कर दीजिएगा. Okay, so I will start with this. So IRDIA Assistant Manager is the paper pattern is same as the RBI Grade B or the NABARD exam or any kind of officer level exam. Phase 1, phase 2 and interview is there. Now today I'm going to only talk about the phase 1. Phase 2 and interview, these sections will be discussed by our other faculties. Now when it comes to phase 1 section, phase 1 is obviously qualifying in nature. Phase 2 and interview will be helpful to get the merit, to get the post. The phase 1 is mostly focusing on the qualifying in nature. So 4 subjects are there when it comes to phase 1, just like other exams. So reasoning, English, GA and Quant. These 4 subjects are there. So total 160 questions will be there. 160 marks means 1 question, 1 mark will be there, and 90 minutes duration for this particular post. When it comes to this exam, unlike other exams, there won't be any sectional timing. Like for example, when it comes to RBI Grade B phase 1, we have this sectional timing. Here there is no sectional timing, there is a combined timing. That's a very good thing actually, because you can use the time for general awareness, for QA and reasoning. Many of the times general awareness paper, people are clearing this general awareness or solving the questions in GA very short period of time. So you can use that time to solve the mostly questions for the QA as well as reasoning. For these 2 sections you can use this time. So it is really very good that combined timing will help a lot to improve your attempt to get a very good marks, a very good qualifying marks for the phase 1. Now when it comes to its syllabus, so before going to the syllabus, I want to discuss few things with you. Obviously, the exam is online in nature, okay, and only qualifying in nature, that is more important, because whatever the marks you are going to get in phase 1 will not be calculated when it comes to your interview or your phase 2 or your merit list. No, so it's only qualifying nature. So clearing cutoff matters a lot. Now, what will be the cutoff? Cutoff will be decided depending on the difficulty level of the exam, depending on the vacancies difficulty level. So IRDI time to time will tell you what will be the cutoff. Sometimes they provide the cutoff in the notification itself, that minimum you should get that much marks, or cutoff will be depending on how they have asked the questions and what was the competition. So depending on the cutoff will be decided later on. So the only requirement for phase 1 is you need to clear the cutoff. Okay, we can go through the cutoff trend. There will be separate video for that. What is the cutoff trend for the these exams? So you can go through that. So you will understand the cutoff trend. But in this session, I want to tell you what is the syllabus. Now, another thing is that IRDA in its notification never mentioned the detailed syllabus, at least for the phase 1. No. So depending on the previous year questions paper, depending on the previously asked questions, we derived one syllabus that if you'll cover these things, they'll be very easy for you to clear the cutoff. And mostly, but if you cover what are the pointers I am telling you in all these 4 subjects, you'll be easily clear the exam. Now, when it comes to phase 1, again, your major focus should be on clearing the overall cutoff. That will be your major focus. So there is no sectional timing, there is no sectional scenario. So you need to focus mostly on the overall scenario. Now, current affairs in general awareness plays a vital role. Current affairs is really very important when it comes to general awareness. So you need to focus a lot. So maximum 90% questions they are asking, it is depending on the current affairs, and last 6 months current affairs is more important for this. So under this current affairs section, your major focus should be on the national news, international news, financial economics, financial awareness part. That should be the major focus of yours. If you cover these 4 sections well, then you need not to worry. You will be easily able to clear the cutoff. Okay, the other sections are also there, but I will say for other sections, especially this defense, daisy, news, person, sports, science, awards, environment. Okay, these sections should not be your priority at first. Obviously, you need to read these sections, but your priority should be for these 4 sections, and then banking, economy, reports, and government schemes. These things should be your priority while reading the current affairs part of last 6 months. So these 4 things, these 2, then books and authors, environment, awards. So all those things you can read in the end of your preparation or just before your exam. That will be enough for you. So that will be your major focus. Then when it comes to static part, I will say static part को अलग से मत पढ़िए. Don't read it separately. Okay. Whenever you are reading the current affairs news, उसके साथ ही static को पढ़िए. For example, if you are talking about the chief ministers, governors, the national parks, or the currencies, country's capital, country's president. So whenever you are reading the news, for example, India and Spain, recently we signed few agreements. So we'll talk about the Spain. We'll discuss the static information of the space. For example, India, Colombia recently signed one agreement. So we'll discuss about the Colombia. If there is some news related to states, so I will talk about the state CM, state's governor, and some important facts about the state. So whenever you are reading the current affairs, along with that, read this static data. इसको separately मत पढ़िए, because the weightage of this is very less, very, very less. Hardly 1 or 2 questions you will find from this. The majority questions will be depending on the current affairs. So we just need to clear the cutoff. So if we just need to clear the cutoff, our major focus should be on कि questions कहाँ पे ज्यादा पूछते हैं, वहां पे हमें ध्यान देना पड़ेगा. Now then after that, these are the 3 other subjects like reasoning. Reasoning, your major focus again should be on the puzzles, sitting arrangement, blood relations, inequality, syllogism, coding, decoding, then alphabetical series. That should be your major focus. यहाँ पे ज्यादा questions आएंगे. अगर ये भी आपने solve कर ले तो cutoff आराम से निकल जाएगा. Then QA. QA is little bit difficult for many students, but under QA, the majority questions they're asking on these 2 things. Okay, data interpretation and quadratic equation. This is a major focus. Obviously, to get a very good grip on this, you need to cover these certain sections. So QA का खासियत वही है कि अगर आपको ये बड़े sections को mastery लानी होगी, तो आपको छोटे sections cover करना पड़ेगा. For these 2 subjects, प्रैक्टिस इज द ओनली की. जितनी ज्यादा प्रैक्टिस करोगे, जितने ज्यादा डिफरेंट टाइप के सवाल सॉल्व करोगे, उतना आपके लिए हेल्पफुल बनेंगे इन दोनों सेक्शंस में. फिर आते हैं इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज की तरफ. इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज इज वन ऑफ द इजीएस्ट सब्जेक्ट फॉर मेनी स्टूडेंट्स व्हेन इट कम्स टू क्लियरिंग द IRDA exam. Very, very easy. Okay, so for English, you just need to have the basic understanding of grammar. Okay, and reading comprehension should be good for you. So depending on that, you will be easily clear the cutoff. So when it comes to IRDA or the RBI or the NABARD, English language is not that troublesome for many students. I will say more than 90% students are able to clear this section very easily. So this whole syllabus of these 4 subjects are depending on previous year question papers, and usually इसी पैटर्न में, इसी टॉपिक से आपको सवाल देखने को मिलते हैं. तो इसी को अच्छे से आपको रीड करना है. कट ऑफ का सिनेरियो क्या होगा, ये अलग वीडियो में हम आपके साथ डिस्कस करेंगे. तो एक बार इस सिलेबस से गो थ्रू कीजिएगा. सो व्हाट आर द क्वेश्चंस एंड क्वेरीज यू हैव, एंड इफ यू वांट द प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस, सो टेस्ट बुक सुपर कोचिंग के हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म पे आपको सारे प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस, प्रैक्टिस सेट्स और प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर भी मिल जाएंगे. तो एक बार वहां से गो थ्रू करना मत भूलिएगा. दैट्स ऑल गाइस फ्रॉम माय साइड. विल सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन. बाय बाय, टेक केयर.